Good morning. It is Friday, December 15th. Here's what we're working on. The federal government's gun control bill is passed by the Senate.
Burlington Lift Bridge is going to be closed until Wednesday, starting tonight.
And a pedestrian's been seriously hurt after being hit by a vehicle last night in Hamilton. Good morning. Let's check how things are on the roads this morning on this quite mild morning.
Yeah, it's a mild start to the morning. It's going to be a really mild day today. Sunglasses, good idea today because we will have the sun. So, yay! Looks like a cloudy weekend coming up. So,
okay.
All right, let's check what's happening.
This is the last push of, I guess we're still in fall.
Yeah, winter arrives this coming Thursday, actually, at 10:27 p.m. So that's the first moment of winter. But yeah, we're still into fall, but it's not going to feel really a lot like it because it's going to be quite mild, and we'll talk about that coming up. Looking at the 403 Waterdown Road camera, once again, no problems in the Hamilton area at all. Things are doing fine. To our MTO traffic cameras, we'll show you this camera here at the Red Hill Creek. That's Toronto bound coming towards us, heading toward the Skyway. Doing okay at the moment. Nothing south end of the Burlington Skyway all the way through Burloak. No problems on the roads, no collisions to talk about as far as the Horseshoe is concerned. We'll look at weather and traffic again in a few minutes. Right now, the news.
Okay, thanks very much. Well, Canada's gun control bill restricting handguns and increasing penalties for firearm trafficking is set to become law. It has passed now in the Senate. Simone Gavros is standing by with more details.
Hi, good morning, Annette. Well, there are a number of measures that this new bill addresses with the goal of reducing gun-related violence in the country. The legislation is known as Bill C-21, and it passed without any changes by a vote of 60 to 24.
Accordingly, the motion is adopted.
Now, there was a round of applause yesterday in the Senate when the bill passed. The new law will reinforce the freeze on importing, buying, selling, and transferring handguns, which was introduced last spring. There'll be increased penalties for gun trafficking and smuggling, as well as measures aimed at banning homemade ghost guns that are unregulated and untraceable. Now, many have reacted to the news of the bill passing. The Conservatives and some gun owners oppose the bill, saying that it would penalize law-abiding gun users. The Coalition for Gun Control celebrated this latest development in a statement, calling it game-changing for Canadians and their safety, but say that the process was long and challenging. Now, the government will be also implementing the buyback program of 1,500 types of assault-style guns that were banned 3 years ago. Tim, I'll send things back to you.
All right, thanks, Simone. Well, Hamilton police say a pedestrian who was seriously injured after being struck by a vehicle last night. The incident happened on Queenston Road at Riverdale in the city's east end. Police say a 71-year-old Hamilton woman was crossing the streets. Happened around 5:30 when she was struck by a Jaguar driven by a 72-year-old Grimsby man. The man reportedly did remain on scene as cooperating with investigators. Police say speed, distracted driving, impaired driving, they've been ruled out. The woman was listed early this morning is in serious life-threatening condition.
A teen convicted of murdering another outside his Hamilton High School 4 years ago is set to be released from custody in a few months. 14-year-old Devin Selvey was stabbed outside Sir Winston Churchill Secondary School in 2019. The 14-year-old who was convicted of killing him, he can't be identified under the Youth Criminal Justice Act, is now 18. He pleaded guilty to second-degree murder, and he's coming to the end of his time in custody in March. During a review of his sentencing, a judge has to decide on a plan for the teen's release. A probation officer has told the judge there have been no incidents with the teen this year, adding he is considered to be respectful and mature. Devin Selvey's mother is not impressed.
Here we are every 4 months, we're back in court to hear how wonderful this kid is doing. You know, my kid probably be doing wonderful too. But he's never going to get a chance to do anything.
Judge says he is concerned with where the convicted teen would live, saying none of the options are ideal. A decision is going to be made in early March.
McMaster University has taken steps after students claimed a new downtown residence building had a contaminated water supply. A series of concerns actually have been flagged by residents of 10 Bay Street South. Complaints range from milky white water to bug infestation and electrical outages. Students say the state of the building has affected them this school year with health concerns like rashes and stomach issues. So MAC now says it's turned to chlorination to sanitize the supply. It was completed on Tuesday. Test results are expected to be made available by the end of next week.
Okay, we're going to take a look at business figures here. The Canadian dollar is up 16 basis points this morning to 74.75 cents U.S. Gold up another $11.60. Crude oil is up 32 cents to $71.90 a barrel. On the markets, the TSX was up 149 points. The Dow climbed another 158, while the Nasdaq had a smaller increase of 28 points. Well, U.S. President Joe Biden is penalizing drug makers for jacking up prices on some medications.
For years, there's been no check on how high or how fast Big Pharma can raise drug prices. In the year before we passed this legislation, drug makers jacked up prices nearly 4 times faster than inflation went up. And they were already too high. Let's call this for what it is. It's a ripoff. They're ripping off Medicare. They're ripping off the American people.
Last year's Inflation Reduction Act penalizes drug makers who increase prices on certain drugs faster than the rate of inflation. But the price of 48 drugs that fall under that plan surged in the last quarter of this year. The White House says those companies are going to have to pay back the difference.
Okay, let's get into Sportsline. If you're like me and you turned off the Leaf game last night,
thinking it was all over.
Well, yeah, because why not? They were down 4-0. But let's get into it. It was a crazy night for the Maple Leafs. So they came into the game with the Columbus Blue Jackets were in town. They're one of the hottest teams in the league. They're on a real roll their past 14 games, coming off a big win over the Rangers in New York. So they were facing the Jackets, who are not good. You would think it would be an easy win, but these are the Leafs, remember, so nothing is easy. So they stunk, downright stunk for 2 periods last night. Columbus would score 5 goals and be up 5-0 heading to the third, which means a loss, because who scores 5 goals in the third? Well, let's turn it over to our pal, Joe Bowen, as they try and mount a comeback starting early in the third.
Merzlikins may have been just enough to tip that wide. Now centering pass, they score! The comeback is on! Tavares in, got the pass in front of the goal, scores! What a move between the legs from Mitch Marner! Now to McCabe and the shot, scores! What do you know?
You say something, the opposite will happen, right?
Centering pass back to Nylander, shooting, and it's blocked. He gets a rebound. Far side, Matthews scores! Down into the corner for Marner. Marner back of the net, wrap around. Oh my goodness! Matthews had a great chance. Centering pass. They score! They score! Holy back it on! And Matthews has scored. The game is tied. The comeback complete. Tied at 5. This is unbelievable.
And I slept right through it.
And I wonder how many people were there.
I know,
and it's
honestly,
like, we got to beat the traffic.
Well, it's 5-0. You might stick around for a bit of the third, and they did start scoring early in the third. It is one of my favorite things to hear Joe Bowen call games.
Yeah.
They lose, though. It's so Leaf. They do lose in overtime.
Okay, but here, they really tried.
Yeah, they did try. Yeah. So they get a point because they forced overtime. They've been forcing a lot of overtime, so they've been getting a lot of points through these games. So, yeah, I guess it's a good thing. But, you can't fall behind 5-0 to Columbus. Anyway, so, Leafs lose 6-5. They welcome Sidney Crosby and the Penguins. Oh, and their old general manager, Kyle Dubas, Brock U grad, into town on Saturday night. That should be fun. Speaking of comebacks, our women's hockey team, they're going to need to mount another one. Much like in last year's rivalry series with the United States, our Canadian women have fallen into a 3-0 hole once again. Hillary Knight scored in overtime last night in Kitchener at the odd to give the States the 3-2 win. So they can win the series. It's a best-of-7 series in Game 4 from Sarnia on Saturday night. I'm assuming they still play all the games, but it would mean that the games don't really mean anything. Because last year they were down 3-0, and then they came all the way back to win. So Never count our ladies out.
No.
They're gonna be pushing, and it starts with a big win on Saturday night in Sarnia. Good news on the ice in St. Catharines, which has not been a common occurrence this season for the Ice Dogs, but rookie Ethan Zada scored his first career goal against the first place Ottawa 67s. All part of a thrilling win for Niagara. Mayor Cisco, I bet you, is happy as they snap a 3-game losing streak, 7-5 the final. So they're off to Kingston tonight before coming back home Saturday versus North Bay. I want to mention, too, Brantford hosts Barrie at the Civic Centre tonight. And look away, Blue Jays fans. Yes, it is official. We knew this was going to happen. The Dodgers have officially signed Shohei Ohtani to that record 10-year, $700 million contract. We've talked about it, how that's being deferred. Like, all that money is starting really after that 10-year contract is over.
Yeah.
But looking pretty good. We didn't know the name of his dog. He's so secretive. When he won the MVP award, his dog was in the shot with him, and nobody knew that he wouldn't give up the name of his dog. So we know the dog's name.
What is it?
Decoy. Maybe that's why, because he decoyed all us Blue Jays fans.
Is that the real name?
Who knows?
Is that the real name?
Feel good time. Come on, to the couch we go on a Friday. Oh, local FGT on this Friday, and it is Team Cat representing today. Shout out to Melanie in Arva, Ontario, which is just north of London.
Oh,
she sent us this video for Kitty Ryder. What is Ryder watching here?
What?
That would be our Brian Wood arguing with the traffic cameras.
He's wearing magenta.
Yes.
I never do that. Ever.
That is what Ryder is looking for. All those frank discussions with the traffic cameras.
It's a vicious rumor
that Brian likes to have every day. So
what a beautiful
appreciate
cat.
Yeah,
it's really nice, very nice cat.
Love
Thank
those
you
local,
for sending that in.
Those local,
exactly.
Feel good time. So
thank
good
you,
stuff. Arva in London. Okay, so good morning to everybody in that area of the province.
Coming up after the break.
Yeah.
I was not out and about yesterday.
What were you doing yesterday?
Yesterday, we all had matching pajamas on.
What for?
We filmed our Boxing Day special.
Oh, I thought we were telling everybody that we were going to be here live on Boxing Day doing it.
In our pajamas.
In our pajamas.
That all happened to match.
Yeah, it went really good. So we're excited to share it.
Okay, and I think we're all a lot closer because of our experiences yesterday.
Oh, that's
sitting on a couch all wearing pajamas.
I think we're all a little closer.
Yeah, so that's gonna be on Boxing Day. It's kind of like a highlight show of the entire year and the great year that we had. And because of you guys watching.
Yes.
So it was
so much fun.
Yeah, it was good fun.
So Louis was out and about, and he was in Dundas getting set for the holidays.
Out and about.
Out and about. Dickens of a Christmas.
All right, we are wrapping up a Dickens of a Christmas in Dundas. All this month, we've been hitting up some of the local businesses here in Dundas, supporting the BIA. And today we are at Weber's Balloons, Cards, and Collectibles. And we're here with Greg, who owns the store with his wife, Jackie. And Greg, I mean, as soon as you walk in, you're really blown away by the pop culture of the whole store. It really is, you got something for everyone here.
Oh, yeah. We try to keep it nice and fresh, and the Pokemon has been really good for us, and
we were just chatting about that.
Yeah.
I mean, Pokemon is one of those things it's never really died out in popularity. No. I was playing Pokemon when I was a kid, and a lot of the games are the same, right? It's just that collectible and all the characters.
Yeah, and just keep going, and the kids love it. They collect all the cards and try and get all the flashy ones, and then we have some that do the older ones that we'll start playing and that. So. Yeah, it's good. It's fun for everyone.
What are some of the more popular Pokemon kind of toys that we're seeing Pokemon presents this year?
Yeah, well, right now we've got the Elite Trainer boxes, which are always hot because they have a lot of packs of cards in them. They come with the dice and collector boxes, sleeves. Yeah. And it's a great little package, especially for Christmas time.
So these are, I'm going to admit, Greg, when I had Pokemon cards, I never understood how to play the game.
Yeah.
This will explain it. This will have the rules in it.
Yeah, definitely, too. Yeah, it has the rules in it.
Okay, very cool. Yeah. Also really popular this year, you were just talking about Warhammer. What's Warhammer? What's this game we got back here?
Well, Warhammer is... it's like sort of a role-playing game like the Dungeons and Dragons. The thing with Warhammer, though, it's about the miniatures and building an army. So you start off by collecting your little miniatures, your army, building them, painting them, and then setting them up for the big fight. And
so a role-playing game, is this kind of same like a Dungeons and Dragons type
sort
thing?
of like Dungeons and Dragons. It's just a little more hands-on with the armies and moving them, where Dungeons and Dragons is more about the adventure and making it up in your mind.
And again, you got the starter set here, so if you're looking to just get into the game, if you really want to introduce it, that's how you do it. All right, come back here because I want to see what else we got going here. We got the Funko Pops. Again, well, the amount of Funko Pops you have here is pretty ridiculous because you have, again, something for everyone, no matter what you're looking for.
They'll make a character, any kind of character. They're into the foods now, soy sauce, Eggo waffles. It's crazy.
I see it like Michael Jackson. You got gingerbread Superman, gingerbread Aquaman. What even is that, Greg, at that point?
Yeah, just some holiday
Whitney
characters.
Houston, Guy Lafleur, Quinn Hughes, William Nylander. I like this one. Now, come here. Where we got this one? William Nylander with the mustache, beard, the flow. That's perfect. All right, and before we go, it is cards and collectibles. What do we got here? Oh, excuse me. What do we got here? We got some collectibles. We got some customers here ready to go.
Yeah, some of the older hockey cards, baseball cards, autographed that we put out, and some people really enjoy them and
again
want to purchase
Greg,
a single
you got
card.
something for everything here at Weber's. Balloons, cards, and collectibles. Thanks for doing this today.
Thanks for coming by.
We are continuing. It is a Dickens of a Christmas in Dundas. We've got more coming up here on Morning Live.
This traffic report brought to you by CarStar, where accidents unhappen.
Good morning, 7:21 on this 15th morning of December, Friday, and we're looking at a problem here on the QEW. It's Niagara-bound QEW coming towards us, so we have a disabled vehicle. It's kind of up against the wall there, so the left shoulder, they've also blocked the left lane, but that is Niagara-bound. Toronto-bound lanes are moving okay, just a visual distraction. Back into St. Catharines, QEW Martindale, nothing to see right there. The Red Hill Creek heading toward the Skyway Bridge. That actually looks pretty good right now. No problems at Fairview. Here's a look at Trafalgar Road, and of course that problem at Lorne Park. Keep in mind, the Burlington Canal Lift Bridge closes tonight at 8 o'clock. It'll be closed all weekend, both directions. It'll be closed Monday and Tuesday, not opening up again till Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock. Let's check our temperatures right now. 1 degree for Hamilton, 2 Grimsby, 3 for Mississauga and Toronto. By the time you get ready for school today, it'll be 5 degrees for the first spell and sunny. It's going to stay sunny throughout the day. Temperature will sit around 8 degrees as you come home, so starting to dip from our forecast high of 9 for the day today with lots of sun. +1 tonight, mainly clear skies. Tomorrow 7. You know, there's a chance of some sunny breaks, but a fairly cloudy day tomorrow. And then Sunday, cloudy showers, cooler on Monday, 3, and then chilly for Tuesday, -1 with a few flurries, and then 2 and 1 with sunshine middle of the week. That's your forecast. Now here's Tim.
Okay, we say good morning. We can see your arm.
But you wanted me to take
I wanted to take a picture because this is a special Finance Friday. Yeah, because it's the last one with Dave Skirman, Santa Skirman. There he is right there. He retired from First Ontario Credit Union back in the summer. We still called him. He still picked up, but this is his final Finance Friday after 16 years on Morning Live. 16 years. So good stuff. We'll get to more on that in a second. So Santa Skirman has going to be answering some of your questions sent in from some of our viewers. They're always great questions, so let's get right into it, Santa. First, we have Diane from Oakville who says she is 70 years old and asks, will my RRSP convert to a RIF automatically when I turn 71? Do I have to make a withdrawal when I turn 71, or can I wait until my 72nd birthday? I know I have to withdraw at least 5% every year, but how is the withdrawal amount calculated as I'll have investment income in the RIF?
Well, thank you, Diane. Great question. And these are common questions. A lot of people have similar questions to Diane. First of all, so Diane said she's 70. So when you're turning 71, you've got until the end of the year, December 31st of the year that you turn 71, to convert your RSP to a RIF. So you've got some time. So she's probably going to be 71 next year. So she'll have till December 31st next year to convert. Now, when you have to start taking the money out, it's December 31st of the year following the year that you convert. So she's really got 2 years before she has to make her minimum withdrawal. In terms of automatically converting, the bank or credit union is going to send you a notice to convert. You should do it yourself. If not, they'll probably start that conversion for you because you have to have it out by the end of the year that you're 71. And in terms of the amount, if you wait until you're 72, Diane, the minimum amount you have to take out increases a little bit every year. So it's actually going to be about 5.4% you'll have to take out by the time you're 72.
Okay. Good answer there. So next we have James and Carol Ann, who say, we are retired and we soon start withdrawing from our RRSPs to supplement our income. Our bank advisor suggested we move our RRSPs from the bank's funds to a wealth management portfolio. The question is, what is a wealth management portfolio and why are their advisors separate from the bank? This is a good one too.
Yeah, it's, again, very common question. And I'll answer the last question first. All banks and credit unions have advisors in branch, and generally they offer their funds that the bank creates themselves. So there's a limited product shelf. Bank staff are also trained to refer their clients, particularly their more affluent clients with the higher asset base in the wealth management portfolio, to their wealth divisions. Now the wealth divisions are separate from the bank. These are brokerages that have been bought up over the years, Dominion Securities, Wood Gundy, Scotia McLeod, they're all owned now by the banks. And these advisors, again, they're trained and they're paid to deal with clients with more assets. And you're also going to pay a commission. So you'll have access to some additional funds, but you're going to pay for that through the commissions to the advisor. Now, a lot of people are starting to self-direct, which is manage the funds themselves. All banks and credit unions have a discount brokerage where you can do that yourself. There's lots of advice on there. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but again, it's your money. You don't have to take the money out of the funds that they're in now. You can keep it there as long as you want. You make the decisions. Don't let anybody pressure you. But look at all the options.
Okay, we have only 30 seconds for this one, so you have to do this one quick, okay, Dave? Can I contribute to both a FHSA, still having trouble with that one, and a home buyer's plan in the same year?
Quick answer, yes, you can. First home savings account, open it up. You can't contribute unless you open it, and then you'll save that room so you can contribute later as well if you can't get it all in this year. And the home buyer's plan, that's basically using your RRSPs for a down payment. You can take up to $35,000 out of an RRSP. So yes, you can do both.
Okay. Finance Friday. We'll be returning in January with new experts from First Ontario providing helpful information. New for 2024, too, we will be expanding our topics and also address financial issues and questions, specifically even to small businesses. So email your questions, financefriday@firstontario.com. If it's covered on air, you'll win a gift card from a local business in your community. Okay, Dave, listen. We've appreciated you. We appreciate your enthusiasm. We appreciate your knowledge. Get in here too. Get in here too. We appreciate your knowledge, and you're just an all-around great guy, and you're a friend too. Okay, so we are really going to miss you. Okay, so best of luck in your real retirement now.
I'm going to miss you guys too. It's been a blast. CHCH Morning Live crew has been fantastic. It's been a lot of fun, and helping viewers over the years with their questions and their concerns has really been a godsend for me. I've really enjoyed it.
Okay, go Leafs, go. Keep your stick on the ice. Keep in touch. We'll see you soon.
Dave.
Thanks, Dave.